Alrighty, hey everybody, G4 Video 5 here, and welcome back to another live stream. Once again, we are playing more Pokemon LeafGreen. And I've got everything all set up now, so we're pretty much continuing exactly where we left off at the end of the previous stream. I did swap Venusaur to the front though, but that's all I ended up doing in between last stream and today. And speaking of today, I think the plan of action is to start doing the Sevii Islands events, or quest line, whatever you want to call it. So by doing this, we're here in Cinnabar Island, and we have to speak with Bill. So Bill will be the key to heading on over to the Sevii Islands. And this is optional, as I think I've mentioned before. No, yeah, I definitely mentioned that before. And, oh, looks like my pal's boat arrived too. Oh, interesting. So you don't go to any, like, dock area or go to a different town and use the ferries there. You just end up getting this personal boat ride. Nice. Oh, that's really cool. So the Sevii Islands were not in the original red, blue, green, or yellow. And so these were added here in Fire Red and Leaf Green as a bit of side content, some extra stuff to fluff out the game. And there are several islands around here, and this is one of them. My friend Celio sent the boat to fetch me here. He's in charge of the island's PC network by his lonesome. Am I telling you this? Let's just go see Celio now. Well, he didn't say now, but, you know. And hey, welcome, Gaz. You're just in time for the island adventures here. That's exactly. It's Pokemon's time. Alright, so apparently this is Celio. He's one dedicated PC maniac. Oh, yeah, that's that can be used in different contexts these days. Alright, I hate to say it, but I have zero aptitude for battling. Ah, well this is not for me then. Oh, very nice, Gaz. Hell yeah. Alright, so apparently they're having computer problems. And no one's thought to just plug it back in, you know. Unplug and plug it back in, right? Alright, so we need to deliver the meteorite to someone on 2 islands. Now, I always thought those names were silly, because, like, wouldn't they have proper names, you know, for these islands? Alright, we have the Tri-Pass. I'm assuming because we can only access islands 1, 2, and 3 at this point. Yeah, there we go. So that's where the Tri comes in. Ooh, and a town map. Nice, because they took ours away once we got access to fly. Yes, Bill is supposed to be tech-savvy. Exactly. I wish I could trade Pokemon with my boyfriend who lives far away. Ah, yes. You just have to wait a few years for the Global Trade Center in Gen 4. Oh, you're a stranger here. Where did you come from, Pallet Town? I don't know it. Ah, shame on you. Someone didn't watch the Pokemon anime. Alright. My Pokemon are all healed up. So I healed up after the gym fight on Cinnabar. So, with that, I'm not very familiar with this part of the game. So I'm going to be talking to a lot of these NPCs and probably taking it a bit slower than I normally do. But I'm very eager to dive deeper into this because I know that there's some side dungeons. And you can also catch Moltres here. Not specifically on one island, but yeah. Here in the Sevii Islands, I should say. And something I realized, let's... Oh, you can't go back to... Oh, interesting. I think they hold you captive here. Oh yeah, of course, Gaz. So I was like, you know, I should go and purchase some Pokeballs. Because there is Moltres here. So, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to reset. And I'll just skip past all that dialogue there. Because what I want to do is purchase a ton of Ultra Balls. So I'm going to do that real quick. And I don't think we can do it here, but I may as well check. Okay, perfect. We can do it here. So I was about to go back to the Celadon department store. Probably don't need that many. I mean, we probably do need that many Ultra Balls, to be honest. You know what? We'll just purchase 99, because we don't really need this much money at this point. The only thing I could think of purchasing is vitamins. But welcome, Al. I hope you're doing well. Alright. And I just realized what the censored part is supposed to be. But alright, let's, that actually would have been a good title for this stream. Damn it. Alright. Alright, so now that I have the Ultra Balls, I'll just skip past this dialogue that we've already seen. No need to reread it or anything, but I did like the fact that he has his own, like, personal boat basically picking him up. Like, he's too cool to use the docks at Vermilion. Alright. I also noticed, I feel like the Pokemon Center has a slightly higher pitched theme or something. Like it's a special thing maybe here on the Sevii Islands. I'm not too sure. Yeah, it does. Okay, yeah, it's like okay. I'm not crazy then. But anyway, for context, I did reset to get Ultra Balls at Cinnabar Island because I don't think you can go back to Cinnabar Island after taking this trip. You have to complete this trip's full quest, and then you're able to do whatever you need to do. And I also checked all these houses, and there was nothing of interest in them. So we will begin by going through Kindle Road. Or, is that what this was? Kindle? Yeah, Kindle Road. I'm sure there's trainers. Have I messed around with the Versus Seeker yet? Yeah, yes, off-screen I have. I've done tons of Versus Seeker training and battles. And, yeah, it's been pretty great. Because I know some trainers get more difficult depending on which parts of the story you're at. Yeah, I just kind of realized that, Kindle and Kendall, yeah. Oh yeah, that's right, yeah, because that was the Pez throwing away his phone thing with the Versus Seeker picture. Oh man. Now, thankfully Eric here will get a lot of experience when we get to the 8th gym. Because it's mostly like a ground-type gym / poison, I guess, because it's Team Rocket influenced. But yeah, that thing's awesome. I really enjoy it. I like it more than Gen 3's system. Or, this is Gen 3. I meant Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald system. Alright, so let's swap, because we just got to level up there. Let's get Wigglytuff in on some of this trainer experience. Now, like I said, I'm not very knowledgeable about this part of the game, so I'll probably be doing lots of exploring. Now, I'm actually going to go back down south, because I'm not sure if there's anything down here. Clearly there's an island there. Okay, no, it's just this one trainer. From what I know, these routes and stuff aren't that expansive. So I probably don't have to be too thorough, because just by glancing through... Oh, Persian. I'll pretty much be able to see everything in these routes. Oh, I can't escape from this? Ooh. I guess that shows that Wigglytuff is not the fastest Pokemon. Damn, can't escape again. Alright, I guess I'll knock this thing out then. I suppose Persian is not as valuable as Mouth, though. Because although it is stronger, Persian does not have Pickup as its ability. It either has, like, Limber or Own Tempo or something. But actually, this experience right here is going to be nice. Because we should level up from this. Man, it's just using all of its moves. Alright, let's see. Yeah, those are pretty nice stat boosts there. Okay. Now, from what I know, we do get Rock Smash here as well. So I'll have to think about which Pokemon I want to teach Rock Smash to. Because that is definitely something I need to consider. And it's like I don't want to spread around the HMs too much. So I feel like Dugtrio would probably be best. Because I do have one, and I don't know why I went through that option there. But I do have one, so it can learn Cut and Rock Smash. And I think even Strength if I wanted to unlearn Strength on Gyarados. And like teach Gyarados Return or something. If there is Return. I don't know if there is Return in this. Yeah, we'll keep Wigglytuff out. We're getting some of our health back after that Persian ended up jumping out of the bushes there. I'm liking these one-shots, though. It's really nice. And then Clefairy rounds everything out. Clefairy's a bit bulky. Let's just switch to Sand Slash and Brick Break it. Okay. And I also don't think that the encounters are really anything special here either. It's not until the post-game where things get really interesting with what you can encounter. I guess, speaking of interesting, well, not really, but let's move Ninetales to the front to get some more variety with who's getting XP. Yeah, we'll battle. I'll battle all these trainers too. Because I've never really battled any of these trainers before. Not that they would really have anything super exciting at this point, but just for the sake of doing it. I do respect the Nidorino, though. We'll keep you up, Ninetales, get you some more XP. Even though Sand Slash is kind of scary, because it could have Dig or Maybe even Earthquake if they have the TN, but kind of doubt that. No, of course. Those pesky quick attacks. Can't avoid that from Raticate. But alright, there we go. So now we get a nice level up. Let's see. Yeah, +3 to special attack and speed and hit points. Well, I guess at that moment it would be... going back to the conversation yesterday, in that moment it would be best to use the single form of hit point. Or hit points. But anyway, looks like there's probably a hidden item down there, because there's Rock Smash Rocks and an empty space. So we'll probably have to backtrack here. Oh man. Thankfully it's using a move like Mind Reader. Because I feel like a high jump kick probably would have done some nice damage to me. Alright, that takes care of that. And then Hitmonchan, yeah, we're swapping out. Don't want to deal with that. We'll go with Banana. Get our good old Gyarados in on the action today. He's actually close to leveling up. I forget exactly when Gyarados gets Dragon Dance, but that's going to be awesome when it does. Alright, down goes Hitmonchan. And thank you for the follow on TikTok, Nico Chamblin. I really appreciate that. As we swap over to Magneton now. And of course more Rock Smash Rocks. But like I said, I'm going out of my way to battle all of these trainers. I think it would be a good idea for me to do that. Also so I don't lag behind in levels. Darn Protect. Because I know the Elite Four has a bit of a level jump later on. And so all experience is welcome, you know. Because Lance and my rival are going to be really tough. Oh man, Protect spam. Interesting. Alright. And Wartortle, hell yeah. Always love seeing Wartortle. I think Wartortle might be my favorite out of the 9 different variants of the Kanto starters, you know, including the base forms and all of the evolved forms. I really like Wartortle and Ivysaur. And it's like I would assume there's an item here, but I guess not. This might have just been a little side path you can take. Or actually, no, there is an item. Cool. Max Repel, hell yeah. And then I'm guessing that that side takes us all the way back to the start. Yeah. And something I'd like to do is hang on to my repels at this point. So when we go into Mount Ember, we can spam them like crazy and get to Moltres with hopefully no problems. Oh nice, catch Ponytail here. Cool. Guess I should have assumed since it's called Kindle Road. Oh, Fearow. Oh damn. You know, I'm tempted to just knock this thing out. Get some more experience this way. Hell yeah. Alright. So, we don't have Rock Smash. So I will continue forward. Ooh, double battle. And I'm assuming both of those trainers have fighting types, so I'll put in Banana and Sand Slash. I wish there were more double battles in this game, honestly. Because that's one of my favorite parts about Emerald, is how many double battles they put in compared to Ruby and Sapphire. And that's why I like Colosseum and Gale of Darkness so much. But one of the great things about double battles is that Surf hits both Pokemon. As does Rock Slide, actually, but they both would resist Rock Slide, so I'm going to avoid doing that. Doesn't really matter who I end up hitting with Dig, because I'll probably need to hit both of these guys. Yeah. Nice to try to gang up on Sand Slash. Cool. That worked out wonderfully. I guess at this point I probably should have used Strength on Primeape, since Dig clearly knocked out the Machoke, but it's fine. It's not that big of a deal. But there we go. Cool. Okay, let's see. I'm assuming both of these guys will double battle us. Nope. Even though they're both looking at us. Yeah, it's like I knew that there were some instances like that in this game. But totally fine. I'll take them both on, no problem. Oh yes, welcome. Yes, exactly. Ultra Nintendo. I don't think anything will top Celadon Department Store TMs, but, you know, that is up there, though. I do like that. But I hope you're doing well. Yes, exactly. Celadon Department Store TMs. That was awesome. From yesterday's stream. Okay, let's see here. So another Machop. Not really that big of a problem here. There's a part of me that kind of wishes that for Venusaur I kept Razor Leaf on it, because we still have a little bit of the game to play through, and of course, Victory Road. And it's like, Giga Drain would be a great idea for the Elite Four and post-game, but for just getting through these trainer battles, I think it was kind of overkill. To pull out the Giga Drain strat already. And that, I'd probably be feeling the same way if I ended up using Solar Beam and Sunny Day on it. Alright, there goes Machoke. And I should probably swap back out to something else, because Gyarados is getting a lot more XP than everybody else. There's the Ember Spa. And since this person is a fighter, let's put Sand Slash back up front before we go into that Ember Spa. And I guess we should also explore the surrounding area just a little bit more. And you know, I saw that word earlier, Crush, to describe this trainer. So there was like a double battle featuring this guy, or this woman, and another guy. And it's like, the way that they labeled them was like Kin and Crush Girl or something. And I was like, wait, what the hell is that? So this is where the crush comes from this from this type of trader. Oh damn, cross chop. That's actually kind of scary seeing a cross chop like that, because that has a high critical hit ratio. And I would hate for any of my Pokemon to get knocked out. I love seeing that +5 though for Sand Slash. Alright, let's just see. See, there's some area to surf. So we'll head up in here. It's like the Pokemart music. Interesting. Alright, let's put Venusaur back in the front. See, like these patches here. Soaking in hot spring pool is therapeutic, people say. Interesting. Yeah, this is actually pretty cool. Seeing this little effect simulating, like, smoke, I guess, kind of brewing from the ground a little bit. Have a look at my face, see how smooth my skin is? Nasty. Oh, that's cool, we could actually... Oh, that's awesome, I didn't know that. Oh, that's so cool. They actually, like, incorporate healing abilities into the hot springs here. I guess there's really no need for the little pool with the old ladies in Lava Ridge Town to do this, but this is a really nice touch. Oh, my favorite part of bathing comes up right after this. Oh, okay. Oh, he enjoys a bowl of chowder. Well, I mean, obviously, he wouldn't be dirty in this game, but I was still concerned about what he was going to say next. Hot springs go hand in hand with volcanoes. Yep, fantastic. And this is where we get Rock Smash. Okay, cool. Now, the unfortunate thing is that I don't have any, like, HM users on my squad at the moment. I suppose I could teach Rock Smash to Sand Slash, because again, I don't use that 4th move slot at all. So, but then it's like, well, that's a permanent fixture, you know? So, you know what, we'll just kind of move forward. We could backtrack later for certain items. I know we are going to need Rock Smash at some point, but I'm going to take my chances and assume that 2 Island has a Pokemon Center where I can swap out my, well, really any of my Pokemon for an HM user. In the meantime, though, we do have this Starmie, which is awesome. Alright, down goes Starmie. Yeah, take that fin. Alright, slowly but surely moving through this pathway here. Ooh, Seadra, that's awesome. Seadra's a really cool poke. In one of these games, I'd love to use a Kingdra. It's like I was thinking about Emerald Legacy the other day, and I guess that's a game where that could happen pretty easily. So they made Horsea far more accessible because of the old rod changes. So maybe we break out the old Emerald Legacy at some point. I don't know about on stream, but, you know, in my own personal time. And have a gander at good old Kingdra. Oh my gosh, level 5 Tentacool. Although I guess Kingdra might be a little bit more interesting in Gen 4 onward because of the physical special split. Where it's like you have more incentive to use Dragon Dance versus just being a special-based Kingdra to focus on your water and ice type moves. Yeah, so lots to think about. So I guess with that being said, maybe Heart Gold and Soul Silver would be the way to go. But in the meantime, let's use Banana. It's like I know that these pokes are a bit over-leveled compared to the rest of my team with Gyarados and Sandslash, but it's like knowing what effort values I get from Goldeen, which is attack. I'd like to keep Pokemon that can benefit from that out in battle to, you know, gain those effort values. Because I don't think we're at the point where we're maxed in any stats. I think that's kind of tough to do in single player, even if you are training up against wild Pokemon or using the Verse Seeker. So we'll go ahead and bite the Sea King. And then, ooh, another Sea King, nice. Plus, you know what? I love Gyarados, so I don't mind it being the strongest member of my team. Because I swear, it's going to do some damage against Lance. I just have that feeling. Alright, level 47. Fantastic. And damn, another Sea King. I love that. This is much better than the 6 Magikarp guy that we saw kind of in the middle of last stream. Oh, but I don't like the Supersonic, though. Hey, there you go, Gyarados. Hell yeah. Break through that Supersonic. Alright, there we go. So this looks like this might be 2 Island now. Let's see. Oh. It's like always, when you see these corners in these Pokemon games, man, you always gotta check those. Because they might have items. Mount Ember. Oh, so this is Mount Ember. Interesting. Yeah, so we need Rock Smash. So I do have to go back. Alright, so let me use a Max Repel. Because I don't want to teach Rock Smash to any of my pokes. Even though I think a few of them can learn it. So this shouldn't take too long, thankfully. Because this journey wasn't all that lengthy going through these different sections of this route. So I guess with that, again, I don't have much experience with this part of the game. It's sort of like you need to take the ferry to get from one island to another. Like literally from one island to another. And you wouldn't be able to get to them through connecting routes or anything. So alright, who do we want to sideline for the moment? So if we're catching Moltres... Wait, the usual PC services aren't... Oh yeah, because the thing is down. Oh. Ah, interesting. What about up here? Oh yeah, this is my first time going in this room, by the way. So yeah, you'll give me like the friends list or something? At least in Gen 4 you do. Alright, just skipping through all this text. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, so these are also down. Interesting, okay. Well then, I guess Sandslash will have to learn Rock Smash. But there is a move deleter anyway, so it's not too big of a deal. And maybe that'll finally encourage me to teach Aerial Ace to Rock Smash once we get rid of it. Alright, so let's go ahead and use this then. And there's Rock Smash. So yeah, 3 Pokemon can learn it. And we'll get rid of Sand Attack on Sand Slash. There's like vibrations done to Sand Slash, oh my gosh. Alright. Which reminds... well, no, we can't access that part yet. And this is something cool too, is you get wild Pokemon encounters by smashing rocks sometimes. But nothing too interesting here. I know it gets a bit wild in Gen 3, because I know in the Dewford Tunnel, about 2 encounters back to back. In the Dewford Cave, I mean, because I think it's a cave, not a tunnel. That's how you get Nose Pass, and it's like the only way to get Nose Pass in the game, is by smashing rocks in there. Alright, time to smash some more rocks. Ooh, that was actually really worth it for a Carbos. Hell yeah. Let's actually see if I have any more vitamins. Yeah, I do have quite a few. 2 Carbos. I don't know if anything could really benefit from this at this point. Because there's so many bird Pokemon in this game. Yeah. So I'll try to do a bit of a priority here. Ninetales. Yeah, you could use a Carbos. Nice. That works for me. So you can get your safeguards off safely. In theory. And there is Wigglytuff. It won't have any effect. Well, that's actually pretty good then. You're as min-maxed as you possibly can be for a single-player adventure. There's Magneton. Yeah, we'll go with Magneton. Alright, hit point up. If we can use this, we'll go with Eric. And then the iron for defense. I think I've been giving these to Eric and Sand Slash mostly. I feel like I've given Eric tons of vitamins, so we'll go with, yeah, we'll go with Sand Slash. Cool. Ooh, and thank you for the likes, by the way. Is that Kimmy Boy? I should really enlarge the screen if I can. But thank you for the likes on TikTok. Really appreciate it. Oh yeah, there's some more rocks to smash here. Well, actually, I don't think I can enlarge the screen on TikTok. Ooh. Maybe I need glasses these days. It's kind of like yesterday I was complaining about my hip or whatever, because I slept on it wrong. It's like, yeah, today's complaints involve eyesight. Ooh, and this is a very suspicious looking rock. Okay. But alright, moving forward once again. Into the deep depths of Mount Ember. Okay. Sorry, I was looking at something else. Okay, so it looks like this is just an exterior. So I do have a little map pulled up. I won't be following it to the T or anything, but we have another guy pissing in a corner, kind of like at Silphco. Can you imagine if this volcano were to erupt? The explosion would be the end of of us. Thought that said verse for a second. How terrifying is that? Oh, explosion. Ooh. If we had Snorlax on our team, that would be a very interesting move to teach it. Or actually, can it only learn self-destruct through Gale of Darkness? I'm not sure. But no, I don't want to explode. I will pass on that. Oh, Bellsprout. Haven't seen that in a while. Ooh, welcome back, Gaz. I was going to say welcome, Gaz, back. That doesn't make sense. But yeah, hopefully your stew came out well. That's big back. Oh, interesting. Oh my goodness. Oh, still cooking, just checking up in it. Wow. Okay. Alright, next up is Gloom then. So I was thinking about Moltres some more, where there's a few different approaches here. So obviously we have Venusaur with Sleep Powder, but we also have Magneton with Thunder Wave. So I feel like depending on what ends up happening during this fight, like who gets knocked out first, that'll be the sleep or the special status that we'll roll with. So the plan would be to start out with Venusaur, even though it's going to take a lot of damage from Fire-type moves. Using Sleep Powder as much as we can will be the way to go. And then if Venusaur gets knocked out, then we'll use Thunder Wave with Magneton, and just kind of go from there. I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to chip away at its health. I might have to use maybe Gyarados or something to try chipping it down. But I guess we shall see. And yo AC. Wait, what? I'm not sure what you mean there, Gaz. Let's switch. Didn't mean to select a Rock Smash. Oh, you meant Owl. Oh, okay. I mean, I kind of figured, but I wasn't too sure. So I was like, wait, is my air conditioner on? Like, does it sound like I have an AC on in the background? I got very confused. But then I was like, oh, you might be now. And ooh, let's see how much damage this does. Yeah, not much. As cool as it is to have the elemental punches on Hitmonchan in this game, it's not worth it. Ooh. Let me drink some fluids here. It's actually quite disappointing that Dig did not knock out the Hitmonchan. Nice crit there at the end. That's alright. I think we do have some healing items too, just in case we need to use them before we get to Moltres. I love that panning up. That is a very far pan upward. Oh my gosh. Are they powerful moves, like the elemental punches, like Thunder Punch and Ice Punch? Because they are, but They're not very good on Hitmonchan because Hitmonchan is more of a physical attacker. And in this generation, Fire Punch, Ice Punch, and Thunder Punch are all special attack moves. Yeah, I mean, it's because there's like different, kind of like different rules, I guess, and how they work in this game compared to something like Pokemon Go. But yeah, I wouldn't use those moves on Hitmonchan in this game. Now in Gen 4 onward, I would. Oh my gosh. I think we have the opportunity for one more chance. Yeah. Oh man, Ninetales clutching it up at the end. Very nice. As strange as it sounds, it might actually be beneficial to let Ninetales get knocked out. Well, actually no, because we have plenty of berries. What am I saying? Ooh, Fire Spin. Fire Spin, also not a good move. So we'll pass on that. Imagine a challenge playthrough with only the elemental moves. I guess, like, for Hitmonchan, yeah. But for some Pokemon, it would be amazing. Like with your favorite Gaz, with Abra. Which you can kind of do in Gen 2 anyway, but... Alright, so that was just a shortcut. And I don't know what this one is. Oh, quick way back down. Interesting. Oh, and some Team Rocket goons. Let's swap to something else. We'll try Magneton here. Let's see what happens. Uh-huh. So they're clearly scheming something. Okay. But yeah, actually Abra in Gen 2 with the elemental punches just makes the game very easy mode. Because you could do that pretty early on in Goldenrod. Because you have the Goldenrod game corner and then the department store that sells the elemental punch TMs in Gen 2. Alright, we'll just smash this rock. Because there's still this side of this mountain, I suppose, that we can explore a little bit. Okay, dire hit, nice. I think that increases a Pokemon's chance to get a critical hit. It's kind of like a focus energy, but without actually having the move on your Pokemon. You just use that item instead, which is kind of nice. Okay. So I just wanted to explore all the different potential pathways before going into this cave entrance. But now inside of Mount Ember, let's see. Ooh, welcome Tyler, hope you're doing well. Hoping for a random shiny. Yeah, we'll see, Gaz. Because I feel like I've encountered quite a few Pokemon in this playthrough, including, like, off-screen. So, you know, who knows, I might be due for one at some point. Maybe this Moltres, maybe the Moltres will be a shiny. God, could you imagine? Alright, there's a Machop staring at us. Alright, let's get the hell on out of here. So that'll take us back to the bottom, which we don't want to go quite yet. Oh, that's such, like, an obvious type of rock. I mean, I guess it's not, because there is no item, but it's like Game Freak, I feel would normally put a hidden item there on that rock. Oh my gosh. What about this one? Oh yeah, there's a Firestone, there we go. So it's not the obvious one, it's this one that's a bit more hidden, I guess. I didn't start GTA 5 yet. Well, I never said I was going to play GTA 5 anytime soon, so no. And I probably won't for a while. It's like, I'll play the games as I want to play them. Alright, so see, we have a little strength puzzle. Hey, there's an item up there, nice. Ooh, this is kind of tricky, because you can potentially seal yourself in. So we'll have to break both of these rocks. Alright, we'll run away from the Geodude there. And we'll move that. Oh, another Firestone. Nice, they give you 2 Firestones. Interesting. So if we didn't purchase the Firestone back at the Celadon department store, then we'd barely be getting our Ninetales right now. Oh my gosh. Yes, I'd like to get Moltres. I think we'll explore this cave first before going to the very top. Because I'm sure at the very top is where you actually battle Moltres at. So I'm just seeing where this pathway leads. Unless I'm... Oh no, I'm stupid. This was the... this was the path we were already taking. Oh my gosh. They got distracted there. Oh man. Yeah, so let's head on out of here. That's my bad. I completely had a brain fart there. Oh my gosh. Alright. So, since Moltres I think is coming up, because that seemed like a very grand entrance to the top of Mount Ember, then I should probably get Venusaur back in front. Or back at the front. Or actually no, because I said I was going to weaken it first. So we'll get, like, Gyarados up there. I think that would be good. So let's make that switch now before I forget. And then let's also save our game now, just in case anything happens. And I'll save again in front of Moltres. Alright, yeah, that is a big boulder, and that's probably not the one I should be pushing. Or actually, no, that is... Oh yeah, this works. Okay, never mind. Yeah, there we go. Alright, like I said, I'll save again here. Just in case anything goes wrong. Alright, moment of truth, Gaz. Will the Moltres be shiny? Or shiny? Let's see. Not quite. But still pretty cool. I like the sprite for Moltres in this game. Sorry, Moltres is, I believe, more of a physical-based Fire-type Pokemon, which is unfortunate, because it doesn't really benefit greatly from that. If that is the case, I don't actually know. It does have Flying-type moves, but I don't think it gets anything too crazy. Its best Flying-type move would probably be something like Aerial Ace. Now, that's interesting it has Endure. I'm actually going to set up... Well, no. I won't set up the Rain Dance just yet. When I swap to Venusaur, I'll set up the Rain Dance. I think we can get one more bite. Oh, well, we can crit, and we would be fine. Alright, now here's the Rain Dance. So this way, if Moltres does try to use Flamethrower on us, we will be fine. Damn, that still did 66 damage. Oh my gosh. What a beast Moltres is. Alright, so we'll now Sleep Powder. Assuming we don't get crit. And assuming this hits. Yeah, because that's a thing too. Oh my gosh. That's a bit of a problem there. Because typically, Sleep Powder's been okay. I was hoping it would do something dumb like use Endure again. Well, that's unfortunate, very disappointing, but understandable. I guess we'll try Magneton? Magneton does not nearly have as great of special defense as Venusaur does, but this is all I got at this point. And now it decides to use Agility. Nice. Alright, so now we at least have something on Moltres. And the rain stopped. But I don't think it really matters. I'm not going to switch into Gyarados and let it get hit. Alright, so we have 103 Ultra Balls. Let's see what happens here. See how long this takes. Alright, very nice. No Master Ball usage, of course. Don't want to do that. We save those for Staryu. Getting a bit lucky there on the paralysis, though. So that's pretty nice. Not even getting shakes. Good lord. But alright, Moltres has Flamethrower, Endure, and Agility, that's right. But I don't know what the fourth move is. I don't think it's used its fourth move yet. Yeah, there's actually quite a few games I'd want to play instead of GTA. So, yeah, I mean, I'll get around to the GTA games, I'm sure, at some point, but there's a lot of other games out there that I really enjoy playing. Man, none of these are shaking at all. I guess this is where I'm getting quite unlucky. Oh, Fire Spin is its last move. Okay, that's interesting. Because now that we're trapped, we can't switch out. So that could have actually screwed us with the Gyarados previously. Yeah, exactly. It's like, Pokemon. It's one of those games, too. So I quite enjoy Pokemon. Okay. But yeah, Fire Spin earlier, if it would have been used, would have meant that Gyarados wouldn't be able to switch out. Because I don't know if I finished that thought or not. I had another, like, lapse in my short-term memory. But alright, let's continue spamming Ultra Balls. It's like the palms are sweaty. And it's not just because Gaz mentioned his stew earlier, which sounds really tasty. let's swap out. I guess we'll just use Ninetales, just for the sake of having some kind of wall there, for at least a turn. Maybe longer if the paralysis continues kicking in for Moltres. Oh, actually, yeah, that's amazing. I completely forgot about that. Where Flash Fire completely nullifies any Fire-type moves. So Moltres can't do anything to Ninetales, funnily enough. Oh my gosh. Why didn't I think about that sooner? Yeah, because Fire Spin, Flamethrower, those won't do anything, yeah. Alright, perfect. Although we will have to deal with the beeping noise, but I think that's okay. Yeah, oh my gosh, Ninetales, you beast. Oh man, I thought that was gonna be it. Oh my gosh. It's a shame I don't have any other Pokemon for the other two birds, like Articuno and Zapdos, that can just completely tank. Well, what am I saying? Sand Slash could be used against Zapdos. Cause I don't know if Zapdos has any other types of moves besides Thunderbolts. Can you get this game on Steam? Nah, this, usually Nintendo games aren't on other consoles and stuff, or on PC. So no, Pokemon you can only get on your Nintendo consoles. But there are ways of playing older Game Boy Advance games, and that's all I'll say, you know. Oh man, now we're going back to not having many shakes. I guess these birds are going to be very expensive to catch, just kind of realize that too. Because it's like if I have to buy like a crap ton of Ultra Balls again, that's going to be very, very pricey. Hey, there we go. Well, that wasn't too bad. Took about 8 minutes or so. Cool. There is the legendary beast Moltres caught. And I think I'll read this one. It is said to be the legendary bird Pokemon of fire. Every flap of its wings creates a dazzling flare of flames. Very cool. No nickname for Moltres. Yeah, I'm also curious to see like what its stats are and what its nature is and stuff. It's going to be very interesting. But Ninetales is awesome. Love Ninetales, man. Hell of a job there. As if it can hear me and like respond to that. Yeah, we'll take the shortcuts, of course, to get back to one island. I guess sadly it'll be a little while until we see what its stats are and all that. Because of course we have to continue this plot here on the Sevii Islands. To get the PC working again. Oh, very nice, Molly. Out of curiosity, what Pokemon do you have on your team? Actually, I'm going to use these springs to heal up. Well, actually, yeah, I'm going to use the springs to heal up. And I'm curious, well, it's like I'm thinking of maybe doing the Elite Four rematches on stream, but I'm not sure if I will do that. I think I'll just move on to Red Dead once I beat the Elite Four. And maybe catch Mewtwo, because that'd be kind of cool. But I would just use the Master Ball on Mewtwo. But Anyway, I am curious, though, what your team is, Mooly. Oh, back-to-back counters. Which is very strange, considering we have Intimidate on Gyarados. Tyranitar, awesome. Charizard, also awesome. Nidoking is an absolute beast. Oh, I love seeing that. Nidoking representation. Lapras, also fantastic. Executor and Raichu. Oh, wow. That's actually a really good team. I like that. I like the composition you have there. Some awesome stuff. But Nidoking is definitely my favorite out of that group. Yes, very based. Okay, so now that we've healed up... Ninetales, you're so awesome, man. Alright, let's switch Venusaur back in front. What's my full team? So I'm currently going to roll with Venusaur, Magneton, Gyarados, Wigglytuff, Sandslash, and Ninetales. And this team has served me pretty well. It would be great if I had a Psychic-type user, or a Pokemon that at least knew Psychic, because there's so many Poison types. And I know Wigglytuff can learn that, but its moveset's pretty full at the moment, so... but overall, though, this team's been great. I've really enjoyed using these Pokemon. Yeah, exactly, right? You don't see a Wigglytuff too much on people's teams. So this is my first time using a Wigglytuff, and earlier on, when it was a Jigglypuff, I was using Defense Curl and Rollout quite a bit. And there's a Pokemon Center here, nice. But I was using Defense Curl and Rollout quite a bit, and it was actually very useful. You know, very good at knocking out a lot of different things. And I was surprised by that, because it's not like Miltank, you know? I'm laughing at that kid saying boing boing like that, that's weird. Oh. Oh my gosh. They're very, they're like a spoink, really, that kid is. Oh yeah, this guy's like the Pokemon move relearner, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Oh, and a Mushroom Maniac. Nice, this guy's on shrooms. Yeah, I don't have any mushrooms on me, but thankfully I don't need to relearn any moves, so yeah, I will probably never speak to that shroom guy again. But yeah, for the Wigglytuff, though, I have Ice Beam, Thunderbolts, and then these Screens, which have been very useful on Wigglytuff. Really enjoyed that moveset. But anyway, here on 2 islands, let's see. Again, I'm not super familiar with this part of the game, so I am taking this a bit slow. This guy has Great Balls and fresh water. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm good. And then that's the docks, obviously. Alright, so we'll go inside of this game corner here. Now where's Lostel gotten to today? She always brings me lunch every day right about Neo. Now let's see. You there, are you a friend of Lostel's? I like the name Lostel, because she's lost, so she needs to be found. Yeah, we will help find her on 3 islands. I think Pez mentioned this before. Like real-life Pez, where it's like a Hypno kidnaps her or something. Interesting biker gang, it seems. Would you look at that? That punk scuffed up my floor. Interesting. And I believe I've seen this on a TikTok or like a YouTube short or something where you can play games, I think exclusively using the wireless adapter with other people. And you can do that here. I obviously won't be doing that because I don't have the ability of doing that, but what I will do is find La Stelle. So that's fine by me. Alright, and I think I checked this house, but I'll check again. Yeah, it's the move guy, okay. And then up here, is there anything? This is Cape Brink. Now, I kind of spoiled myself earlier, because I believe here in Cape Brink, there's this lake and this one little spot of, like, dirt. So we can use the item finder here. And we find a buried item, which is a PP Max, which is a very similar way of describing what happens when Gaz sees Shinays, right? No, I shouldn't give you too much grief here. But yes, the PP Max is very useful, though. Because it's basically the equivalent of using 3 PP ups. And I'm actually kind of curious how much it sells for. But I won't sell it, and I would want to use it. But I'm curious about that. Alright, in the meantime, though, I don't know exactly what is up here on Cape Brink. Seems to be a house. Perfected the ultimate move of its type. But will no one take it for future use? That Venusaur. Oh! The ultimate move. So this is probably where you learn Frenzy Plant, then. Oh, man. Purely for the meme, it would be awesome to use Frenzy Plant. Because I know it's not a good move, because it's basically the grass version of Hyper Beam. But it's just so cool, you know? Oh, man. Yeah, let's see. Because I could get rid of Growth, to be honest. TBH. Oh, man. Nah, I won't do it. I shouldn't do it. Nah, we'll stop learning. No, and then yes. Yeah. Oh, but I want to so badly. But I really shouldn't, for the sake of not messing up my moveset. Especially since I use those PP ups already on Giga Drain. Ooh, Weeping Bell, nice. Alright, so there's nothing else to do here on 2 Island. I know there's that tree that we can cut down, but I don't want to teach any of my Pokemon cuts. I'd rather just wait until we can access the PCs to pull Meowth out of the PC, and then use it. Alright, so here is 3 Isles Port, with those bikers running around. Bikers, so... weren't they like the muck trainers earlier in the game? 'Cause I think they were. I know you're over-leveled Sandslash compared to the rest of my team, but you'll probably be the most useful in fighting these guys. Because if memory serves me right, yeah, the Kanto Rider Federation, we've got to kick these guys out of here. And then here's 3 Island, cool. Yeah, they're trying to take over the island. Oh, empty house, interesting. Ooh, there's like a little platform up there. What was that? Rare rocks and gems are displayed. Oh, okay, just a display case. Oh. Yeah, let's see. So, staring at, you know, it's not polite. Yeah, let's make something of this interaction here. And let's see if I was right to switch in Sand Slash. Okay, well, I had the right idea, but this isn't going to work out too well, because Coughing has Levitate. Alright, let's just use Rock Slide then. And hopefully this will be enough, but we'll probably have to switch Pokemon. And I'll just use Brick Break here. Alright, so there's that. Next is Grimer, so I'm cool with Grimer. So yeah, we have to fight these guys and take them out of this town. And it shouldn't be too problematic, because I don't think there's any like main characters or something involved in this. So there won't be really a boss fight. I think it's just random biker goons. Oh, and there's back-to-back battles. Oh, interesting. I guess that's where the challenge comes in, but I think our team is solid enough to not have to worry about any of this. Sorry about clearing my throat so much again. But this actually kind of reminds me of the, I believe they're called the Winstrit family from Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald, where it's just like a continuous gauntlet of 4 consecutive battles. Or maybe it's 5 in that game. Oh, welcome the Mook. I've heard about GTA 6. No, I haven't heard anything new about GTA 6. Yeah, no problem, Mook. Like anything new, anyway, about GTA 6. Oh, just announced. Potential delay to 2027. Yeah, that's too bad for those that are looking forward to it. I will be honest though, with GTA 6, it's like I'm not exactly eager to play it or anything. So, yeah, that's too bad though. No, it's just a rumor. Oh well. Oh well, so then it's not even news then. But yeah. Well, if that is true, then that's too bad. I think my approach to GTA 6 is I'm not going to buy it day one. I will do research and see if I end up wanting to buy it later. Because yeah, I'm not really that gung-ho about it. Let's see. Oh, lovely self-destructs. Damn, I should have switched in Gyarados. Get that Intimidate going. Alright, next up is Muck. So I'm surprised this guy has a name. Because the other guy was literally just called Biker Goon. But then this guy actually is Cue Ball something Maxton, I think. Ooh, so maybe this is the leader and I'm on the last battle now. Of course, minimize. Alright, we'll see if this lands. Oh, nice. Hell yeah, Sand Sloop break. Sand Slash. Oh man, I was like combining Sand Slash and Sandshrew. Yeah, it is interesting. Yeah, the Cue Ball guys have names, but the bikers don't. Hey, that took care of him. Hell yeah. Oh, full restore. Hell yeah. That'll be handy for the Elite Four, actually. Look for Lostel towards the Bond Bridge. Okay. Probably in the Berry Forest. Interesting. Oh, there is a Pokemart here. Cool. I wonder what they sell here. So actually, that's pretty helpful. So earlier, I didn't even have to reset to get more Ultra Balls, but I'm glad I did though, because I wouldn't want to backtrack. I like to cut down on the backtracking as much as possible. But that took quite a few Pokeballs. We'll get 23 to put us at 99. Because we'll be catching Zapdos when we return to the mainland. And Articuno, of course. We can catch Articuno. But I'll be cautious and just stock up on more Pokeballs for now. Or Ultra Balls, I should say. Well, your heart's in the right place there, Mook. But yeah, I'm not really all that caring towards GTA 6, I'd say. It's like, yeah, it doesn't really matter too much for me, but it is unfortunate if that rumor is true for the people looking forward to the game. Yeah, let's see here. Psychic. Yeah, interesting. I don't know if any of these other people will really give me anything of super notes, I'd say. Alright, so I guess our only option then is to move forward in this direction. On the good old Bond Bridge. Ooh. Actually, I should heal up. What am I doing? Let me backtrack here. Alright, let's plop in here. So I believe we'll beyond the Bond Bridge, which now I keep thinking of Dutch Bond fan. Big ups Dutch Bond fan, by the way. Is going to be the Berry Forest. Alright, let's run away from that. And I do see a double battle up there. And also lots of trees to cut down. Sadly, I don't have the ability of doing that. But let's see what these two trainers offer. Let's move Venusaur back at the front with Wigglytuff. And I'm curious, we'll teach you what our favorite Pokemon is. Ooh. If only I could do the same and pull out a Blaziken out of my back pocket and just sweep all these trainers. Ooh, Clefairy, nice. It's actually really cool. I won't... well... no, I won't attack with Venusaur. We'll just try knocking out these Clefairy with Wigglytuff. And damn, Sleep Powder's been missing lately, like crazy. It's too bad. Cosmic Power. That's a really nice animation. I like that. Oh god. Gonna have to deal with Moonlight Spam. Alright, so I guess they're both going to be annoying then. We'll try ganging up on one at a time then, and take them out that way. Alright, take it easy, Mook. And yeah, we'll let that one just continuously use Moonlight. In the meantime, let's actually seed that one. And then Thunderbolt should take out this Clefairy. So at least Leech Seed will kind of chip away at this thing. The reason why I'm not just using Giga Drain or switching to something else is because I want Venusaur to get some of this experience, but I also don't want to use too much of the Giga Drain PP, so I don't want to keep going back to the Pokemon Center. So we're kind of doing this roundabout type of thing to take on these Clefairy. Probably way overthinking this battle. Oh yes, thank you, Mook. We definitely will continue to do so. I'll just use Growth for now. Just to kind of use like a nothing move, basically. Alright. Well, that was nice. Got $800 from that. And this has to be an item over here. Yep, Max Repel, very nice. Actually, maybe that's a sign I should use a Max Repel. Yeah, let's plop this up. Got 9 left, it's not too bad. I have a feeling this person's going to be like a Grass-type trainer. Yeah, Aroma Lady Violet. If I'm not mistaken, Aroma Lady actually has a card in the TCG. It's like I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure she does. And also big ups to her having level 36 Bulbasaur. Oh my gosh. Alright. Ooh, an Ivysaur. Interesting. Yeah, I'll keep you out, Wigglytuff. You can handle this. Ooh, is she gonna have a Venusaur as her last Pokemon? That would be awesome. Because I don't think up to this point we've seen Bulbasaur and Ivysaur yet. Like, from other trainers. So I guess this would be the way to do it, to fill out your decks. And nope. Just a second Ivysaur in that third slot. But yeah, I think Ivysaur is awesome. I like it quite a bit. So I would put it up there with Wartortle as my favorites in the way of the Gen 1 like starter Pokemon and their evolutions. And that seems like a spot for an item right there. That little gap. But I won't backtrack to get that. I'm going to assume this kid has a water Pokemon, because they're a tuber. It's like in Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald, I believe they typically would have, like, Meryl. Alright. Let's get that going. I would love to see some Starmie. That would be great. Another Staryu. Darn. It's a shame you can't purchase PP restorative items. You can only find them. Because there's some sequences where I would really love to be able to just do that instead of going back to a Pokemon Center. Because of good old Giga Drain having such low PP. Okay, so Hyper Cutter. Ooh, so getting to see Hyper Cutter in action there by Krabby. Resisting the Intimidates from Gyarados. I love that. I love an unfazed, like, I love the image of an unfazed Krabby just standing tall against this massive Gyarados in front of it. Like with a smile on its face as Gyarados is roaring at it or something. So Intimidate has no effect on it. Alright, man, we're really not getting much money from some of these trainers. Which makes sense, because it's just a kid on a beach. But, you know. I like money, as Mr. Krabs would say. Shoutouts DL, by the way. Although I guess that's more of a Pez thing, not really a DL thing. And actually, I could switch back to Magneton. Let's get Magneton some action. Which reminds me, with Magneton, we still need Thunderbolt, because I don't think it learns it through Level Up. I think it's only Spark and then Zap Cannon way later on. And then Thundershock as, like, its first Electric-type move. Alright. Takes care of her. It's like, even though we haven't really seen anything unique from these trainers, I've been enjoying myself just taking on all these trainers. Just asserting my authority on the the inhabitants of the islands out here. On Bill's Islands. We won't say that last name Bill has, you know. But anyway. Ooh, potentially we'll have the Poliwag line. Oh, okay, just going back to Poliwag. Kind of like the Bulbasaur trainer then. The Aroma Girl. Alright. The salty tang of the sea, it tickles my heart. Oh my gosh. Ooh, Bellsprout. I'm gonna leave Magneton out, I guess. And we'll use Tri-Attack. Oh, it's such a cool move animation. I love that. And thankfully, we get to see it again. So I won't use Spark. Although I could use Spark, but I won't. Oh, that's so cool. It's one of my favorite parts about using Dodrio, is getting to see that animation so much, because that's like its primary move. And let me see. Well, I guess we'll go with Banana. Because again, I'm considering effort value gainage here, so yeah, we'll get our 2 attack effort values from this Weeping Bell. Oof, very nice there. Oh, nice one-hit knockout with strength. Oh, something smells unpleasant. Must be Tanino walking through here. Alright, so I believe this is the Berry Forest. Yes. And this should be where I can find the girl being held hostage by by Pez, or Hypno, I guess. Oh my gosh. Alright, so Cut would make things easier to navigate through here. I'm gonna have to take the long way since I don't have cuts. We're gonna have to keep our eyes peeled, because there are berries on the ground. Not that it's, you know, super important to pick these up or anything, but I would like to. And oh, speaking of Hypno, just jumping out of the bushes. Oh, what? Do I have to use the item finder in this spot? Let's see. That is shocking. That little squiggle line on that tile does not give me anything. Huh. I guess they must have just random spots that are meant to lure you in, kind of like a hypno, doing whatever it ends up doing. So they're just like false spots, I guess. Very interesting, though. So we get a Blackberry. Is there anything up here? Let's see. Yeah, there's a little item. Ooh, well, there's a PP restorative item. Hell yeah. And yeah, this is another false spot. Cool. I actually like that. I'm surprised they didn't do that more often. Ooh, Execute. Haven't caught one of those yet. But I do have my 50 Pokemon, so I think I'm good. Just need to find that Professor Oak's aid that will give me the EXP share. Oh, Venonat. Awesome, too. But I won't catch you. I already caught you once. Ooh, Cherry Berry, nice. Anything up there? No, it just looks like a ledge to drop down. So we will continue with good old Weeping Bell. Of course, we can surf over these spots to get between areas faster, and I'll actually surf past this one. Oh, ID cut. So we would have to backtrack at some point to get the item down there. I have no idea what the items are here. Okay, this is Lostel, nice. Scary Pokemon appeared there a little while ago. It kept scaring. It made Lostel scared. Is she speaking in the third person? I'm too scared to move, but I want to go home. Oh, here it comes again. Oh my gosh. Oh man, I wish DL was here to see this text. Oh, alright. Alright, so now we have this Hypno appearing out of nowhere. Only level 30, which is kind of low actually, because the wild Pokemon I think are a higher level than that. Like the other Hypno we saw was higher, but whatever. I guess we could catch this thing if we wanted to, but I think I'll pass. I wonder if anybody shiny hunted this perverted Hypno. Ooh, the Iapapa berry. Nice. Alright, so with that taken care of, we can finally deliver this. Ooh, the meteorite from Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald. Alright, see, this is from Bill. You have a thank him from me. You know, you've been fantastic. I want you to have this. Ooh, a Moonstone. Nice. There's a lot of Pokemon that can evolve using a Moonstone, so those are always welcome. And then, since we've rescued Lostel, let's see. People, Kanto people, nice. Yeah, we are familiar that you are from Kanto. Okay, now this person sells Ultra Balls and Soda Pop. Very nice. Okay. So with that taken care of, let's head back in here and go to One Island. So I think now Bill and the other guys should be done with whatever pornography they're downloading to that computer. No, I shouldn't say that during Pokemon streams. But alright, let's see. What kept you so long? Been out having a good time? Not really, with that hypno scaring people, but the rest of it was pretty good. Great. Imagine we just like whip out our Moltres in front of Bill. It's like, yeah, we've been having a hell of a time here. Alright, so Celio, yes. Let's see. Yeah, we should head back to Kanto. Really sorry that we sent you off alone today. Oh, it's gonna. Oh, maybe this is the that one Jeffrey fella we've been hearing about so much. All right. So I guess they just force you off the island then. Cool. That works for me. Okay, so we can use Vermilion then. Awesome. Well, now is the moment of truth. Let's find out what this Moltres' stats are. Where is the Moltres hiding? Down here. Alright, level 50, obviously. Naive Nature, which is a Speed Nature, which lowers, I think, special defense. Yep. Pretty nice stats there out of the box. With Fire Spin, Agility, Endure, and Flamethrower. Yeah, so that's actually not too bad, Naive Nature, so it can use both Fire and Flying type moves. I could say, you know, you could do a lot worse than that. So, cool. I'm pretty content. I don't know if I'll backtrack to the islands with a Pokemon that has a cut. I think we'll just kind of move on now. And let's go get that Zapdos. Even though we're closest to Articuno. It's like I kind of want to save Articuno for the end, because I know just traversing the Seafoam Islands is very annoying. Alright, so let's pick up Pidgeot, our level 41 Pidgeot that we've never actually used on stream, but is level 41. Ooh, have I been hacking? No, just been training off screen with it. Like training other Pokemon, I should say, to build up my Pokedex that way through evolving things. And that involves a lot of Switch training before you get the EXP share. Alright, so we'll save our game, and let's fly on over to Lavender Town. Because I believe that would be the approach. No, actually, you would fly to the Pokemon Center in front of Rock Tunnel, and then swim around to the power plant. That's how we got it. Because that's how we got the Magneton off-screen, as I ended up doing this. And so, I put Ninetales in the box. I guess I'll get Ninetales again. And this dungeon should be a lot shorter than Mount Ember. So we'll just plop Pidgeot back down there. And let's see what we have going on down here. Maybe the Zapdos will be shiny. We'll see what happens there. Probably not, but that would be cool. Oh yeah, there's this perv. I didn't fight this guy because I wanted to fight him on stream. Yeah, I guess Magneton's fine.
Wow, you came all the way here? Maybe you're a Pokemaniac too.
Alright. I wonder what he has, considering he's kind of out here all by his lonesome. Rhyhorn, that's actually a very good counter, and a very good Pokemon to have going into the well, actually, no, it's the power plant. There is no Poke in that. But yeah, that's not the worst Pokemon to use here. So that's good. So we have more scary themes going on. There, down goes Rhyhorn. And then Licky Tongue. Ooh, interesting. Let's go with Sand Slash. We'll use Brick Break on this thing. Yeah, Licky Tongue. That's actually a pretty rare poke. Because I think you can only get Licky Tongue in this game from the trade involving Licky Tongue. Which I haven't gotten any of the trade Pokemon. But I don't know how eager I am to try getting those. Oh yeah, it's the Goom Coom music again. Alright. Now, I don't want to have Magneton in front, because if we run into any Magnemite or Magneton, because you can catch Wild Magneton here, then what ends up happening is they could have Magnet Pull, which will force you to stay in battle. And even though we would eventually win, it would be a very long process of having Magneton win a one-on-one with a Magnemite or a Magneton that we run into with Magnet Pull. This is like the like this now to me, because you pointed out the Goom Coom thing yesterday, Al. It's like this song is now like the Red Dead Redemption 2 online song that DL has memed. Now actually take out this Magneton just for the experience and effort values. But now it's just like a silly song rather than kind of cool and creepy at the same time, you know? It's like there's added lore to it now. And actually, you know what? I will use a Max Repel since I'm in here. Let's see what was in this pathway. A couple of items. Oh yeah, these could be electrodes. Oh, Protect. Interesting. Let me save my game. And let's see. Okay, it's just an elixir. I'm sure there's got to be electrodes down here. Nothing that way. Well, I mean, there is a pathway, but not sure exactly what that entails. This place is a nice little maze. Oh, yep, there's the electrode. I wonder if I can knock this thing out with Ninetales. Because that'd be really nice for some added experience, TBH. And I'm actually curious if Zapdos has Thunder Wave. Because if it does, it might be beneficial to use Safeguard and then switch to Wigglytuff. And hey, Thunderstone, cool. Awesome. I believe somewhere in the depths of this place you can find the TM for Thunder. And speaking of finding things, here is Zapdos. Alright. So let's use Wigglytuff for now. We'll save our game. And let's try fighting the Zapdos and hopefully catch it without too many issues. Oh, that is awesome. Love Zapdos. Alright, so let's use Light Screen. Oh, it does have Thunder Wave, damn. Well, now I know. So Safeguard would have been a very nice choice. Oh, it has Detect? Interesting. It's always cool seeing a non-fighting type Pokemon use Detect. Which doesn't really happen that much. I don't know what I'm really saying there, but it's just cool seeing that happen there. Oh, it has Drill Peck too, okay. Now this is super effective, but let's see how much damage it does. About half. Ooh, if we can get one more Ice Beam, and hopefully get a similar roll to what we just got, that would be amazing. Of course, we are paralyzed, so this might be a bit annoying. Ah, of course, Detect Spam. I suppose one thing to think about, too, is that even if I did switch in Venusaur, it would get hit pretty hard by Drill Peck. But let's see how much damage this does. Alright, not too shabby there. Alright, let's set up both a... Oh wow, Ice Beam's really low on PP. Let's set up a light screen again. Or try to, anyway. Or actually, no, it just has Drill Peck, actually. It doesn't have a Thunderbolt or anything. I just realized, yeah. Drill Peck, Agility, Thunder Wave, and Detect. So it only has Reflect, or it only has a physical move, so Reflect would be the way to go here. Interesting. Huh. Alright, there's Reflect. Now Wigglytuff is back at pretty much full HP. Alright, so this is somewhat foolish, but I'd like to put Zapdos to sleep here. As it wants to spam agility some more. Alright, so it's not exactly at like one hit point like how Moltres was, but it's still pretty low. So I'm going to start chucking Ultra Balls at it. And honestly, Zapdos is like one of the best Pokemon in the game. Like any team would be happy to have a Zapdos on it. But I am quite pleased with Magneton. Alright, so that's it for Reflect, which really didn't have much use while it was up, but it's always nice to have those security blankets. Zapdos is still asleep. No. And I actually didn't see when we started this one. Because I'm kind of curious to see how long this Zapdos takes to catch. I know he's a Drill Peck. Okay. About 98 damage there. I don't think we'll heal that much damage up by the time Zapdos wakes up again. But we'll keep Venusaur out here. I think we can Thunder Wave electric types in this gen. I think. So that would be our only other option for inflicting status. It's really too bad not even getting any shakes, really, even though it's asleep. Which technically, having a Pokemon asleep gives you a better chance than any of the other status conditions of catching the Pokemon. Alright, Alright, we're back up to 78 hit point. We'd still get knocked out by a drill peck, so I won't get too excited there. Alright, so Zapdos woke up, and then there is drill peck. Damn. That's too bad. But of course, we will use our next Pokemon, so let's go ahead and use Magneton to see if Thunder Wave ends up working here, just so we have something on Zapdos. Okay, it does work. Perfect. And even if it uses that on me, it's still completely fine. Because I don't plan on attacking anymore with Magneton. And there it is right there. One shake. Which we've seen a few times. We haven't seen anything more than one. Yeah. Yep, exactly right, Gaz. We're on Zap 2 at the moment. Old Zapdos. And it's like, there's no reason for me to be, like, super, like, almost nervous about this. Because I could always just reset in case we run out of balls, or if Zapdos knocks itself out from, you know, running out of PP for its moves, so it ends up just attacking us and knocking itself out due to the recoil damage. Because I forgot what that move is called, that Pokemon use when they're out of PP for all their moves. Alright, there we go. Now some paralysis is kicking in. That's nice. Struggle. Thank you, Gaz. Yes, struggle. Which sounds weird to be, you know, happily agreeing with that. But, yes, struggle is the move. I'll word it that way. But, yeah. Which could happen, because, I don't think these moves that Zapdos knows have that much PP. I think in total it would be like 50. Drill Peck I think has 20. Thunder Wave has 10 or 15, even though Magneton hasn't, and I should know. And of course Agility, which also has like 10 or 15. And then Detect, which only has 5. Let's see what happens. Oh, so close. Oh my gosh. I thought that was going to be it right there. Alright, Paralysis doing its thing. That is good. Oh man, what a tease. Because that's now twice, where it's shaken 3 times. But resulted in no catch. So Magneton can tank a few more drill packs, but it's close to getting knocked out now. And I'm fine with the Thunder Wave spam. How much PP does Thunder Wave have? 20, okay. Well, I was way off then. So it probably does have closer to like 60 total PP for its moves. So we should be fine. I think we would probably end up running out of Ultra Balls before it runs out of PP. Purely because of the paralysis. Which actually hasn't been happening too much, so maybe it would struggle before we run out of Ultra Balls. I think Articuno was getting paralyzed far more often, like fully paralyzed, I mean. And actually, the Ultra Ball matches Zapdos quite nicely. Very good color scheming there. Oh, it sure does love its agility spam, though. And to think after this we still have Articuno. Hey, there we go. Zapdos was caught. Hell yeah. Alright, let's read its dex entry, because I'm curious. A legendary bird Pokemon that is said to appear from clouds while dropping enormous lightning bolts. Ooh, I can envision that on some TCG artwork. Yeah, very nice. Now, I'm not done with the power plant, though, because there is thunder somewhere in here. And I'd like to get that TM for Magneton. To pair it with Rain Dance. Yes, thank you, Gaz. And then once we find it, we can just, skedaddle out of here. Hey, there's thunder. Although, actually, since I'm down here, I may as well get that item over there, too. Oh, yeah, you can find Pikachu in here, yes. We'll knock it out, I guess. Or try to. Get some added effort values. Actually, speaking of those dirty things, I'm going to switch Ninetales back to the front. Yeah, very nice job by the team there, catching Zapdos. Such a great Pokemon to use. You do need the Thunderbolt TM, which is mildly disappointing, but it's still a very nice Pokemon. I think it's like base special attack is like 130 or something. Super strong. Yeah, this should be the last item in here. And then we'll be good, because we can dig out of here to escape with good old Sand Slash. Oh, the tease. That's right there towards the end. And it's an Electrode. Oh man. I suppose what else would it really be, though? Like, there's not too many other options of things that could appear. I don't know, maybe like an Elixir, that'd be pretty nice. But, oh well. Yeah, exactly, Gaz. That's alright. Old Game Freak likes their dirty tricks at times, so we'll get out of here. Imagine just showing this, like, super nerd collector guy our rare Pokemon. It's like, yeah, you think that Lickitungue's great? Got myself a Zapdos. Actually, I'll check out its stats and stuff, too, since I have to get Pidgeot out of the PC right now. Yeah, but before I forget... by Slipknot, let's heal up. And then we'll go back to Cinnabar Islands and then head east towards the Seafoam Islands. But yes, move Pokemon, and let's see this Zapdos in action. So level 50, obviously, Timid Nature. Oh my gosh, that is amazing. That is fantastic for Zapdos. I know you'd kind of want to use its flying ability, but man, I mean, look at that 145 special attack, 132 speed, which is boosted from Timid. Oh my gosh. Yes, based indeed, Gaz. I am horny about this. Actually, both of these natures have been completely fine, because Moltres is a bit more mixed than Zapdos, from what I remember. I could be wrong about that, but oh my gosh. That is super, super awesome. Oh my gosh. Without even, like, trying or resetting or anything. Alright. Yeah, so we'll swap out Ninetales. It could really be any Pokemon. It doesn't have to be Ninetales, but... yeah. Oh my gosh. And then watch this Articuno we catch be like Adamant Nature or something that doesn't benefit it at all. Alright, so there's the Seafoam Islands. We will head to Cinnabar and swap out our Pokemon again, and then go from there. Which actually, I may need to stock up on Max Repels, because I think we have about 70 Ultra Balls at this point, and I'm okay with that. I think that's a good amount to have. Oh man, that Zapdos. It's like, oh, I almost want to throw it on the team and use it, since we need the Thunderbolt TM anyway. But I won't do that. I'm set with the Pokemon we have. And normally I'm like anti-using legendaries. Like, I don't like using them myself, but... Alright, do we have anything to sell? Oh yeah, the PP Max, how much is that? 4,900. And then PP Ups are also 4,900. Ooh, that is not a good deal. But we will sell the Big Pearl, as well as the Dire Hits. And we'll keep everything else. I guess we could sell the Ice Heal as well. Don't need that. And I say that and watch, like, Articuno have Ice Beam and freeze me, or Blizzard or something. So again, I think Wigglytuff will be the way to go. Now, I should probably pull out a map, because I was getting lost the last time I was down there in the Seafoam Islands. So, yeah, I'm kind of going to cheat, because I tried this once, and it's like, nah, this is a bit much, especially on stream, taking up all this time. I mean, we kind of have all the time in the world, but, you know. Oh yeah, I forgot, I didn't fight all of these trainers. I didn't do that off screen like I said I might. So, yeah, we'll have to fight some of these trainers, which is fine. They're not going to be too challenging. Especially with Wigglytuff. But yeah, we'll catch Articuno, and then I guess we can head to Giovanni's gym, because we'll still have some time to do some extracurricular things, which I guess that wouldn't be extracurricular. This is extracurricular. Catching the legendary birds, because you don't have to do this. But Al's propaganda, well, it's really just encouragement, kind of motivated me to do it. So he was like, oh no, you should catch the legendary birds. And I was like, yeah, maybe. But it's like, no, it's actually been cool doing that. So I appreciate him pushing me towards doing this. I feel like there's got to be an item on this. And there's not. Yes, the propaganda, yes. Alright, now, It's weird because we're going backwards through Seafoam Islands now. Oh, and this person's going to battle me. Nice. So I'm not sure how this is going to work. Okay. Horsey. So once we're done with this trainer, we'll be going through a series of ladders, it seems. Again, I'm looking at a map. So we'll see what happens when we're inside. I'll probably just confuse myself more by doing it this way, but whatever. We've got to commit to it. We've got to commit to the bit, as they say. And I don't know who they is, but they say it. Alright, just in case anything happens, let's save. Damn, 40 hours on this save file. And I think the max repel is still up. Okay, perfect. It'll probably expire soon, though. Oh, yeah, the currents. Huh. Oh, we have no choice but to go through the Seafoam Islands normally. You know, that's actually kind of smart on their part. Because I'm sure they want you to do things the intended way. So this would be one of those ways of doing that. Oh, so we have an off-screen trainer. I forgot I went on that mini island earlier. But, yeah, because you could just cheat to get to Articuno, kind of, by just going through Cinnabar Island, rather than through the proper entrance, in quotes. Well, I had the right idea. But they definitely outsmarted me. But that's fine. Actually, let's see what time it is. 11:47. Okay. Because there's an Eagles game later today, so I gotta watch that. And probably be disappointed by the results. But that's not for another hour and a half, roughly. So, yeah, we still have some time there. I guess more so an hour and 45 minutes. So I think we'll be done catching Articuno and then battling Giovanni by then. Probably within the next 30 minutes or 45 minutes. Alright, let's try to avoid these trainers again. Oh man, that guy almost Sevii. Oh my gosh. See, now that was scary. Forget about Drowsy and Pez jumping out of bushes. It's the swimmers chasing after you. Okay, let's get the Pidgeots, and we'll head to Fuchsia. And then we'll be... And then... something. We will be in a good position to enter the Seafoam Islands. So let's go ahead and fly now. And then there is Fuchsia. And I suppose now that we have Surf, we can do a lot more exploring in the Safari Zone. But I'm going to pass on that. Alright, let's access this. And I suppose it would be more cost-effective to buy super repels. But I got very lazy with my repel purchasing. That's alright, we can versus Seeker battle some trainers off screen at some point. In case we do need more money. Alright, so now we have the Seafoam Islands. Alright, so here on the first floor, I seem to recall there being some rocks. Yeah. Although I don't know if I actually saw these rocks. I could be confusing them with some rocks later on. Let me throw up another repel. I hadn't realized the first one expired. Which makes sense, because it's been a while since I activated that. But anyway, let's push this. Cool. We won't go down there, because I see over here that we have some more stuff. And then we'll go down this first ladder here. Climb down this ladder. I think it's this one. Oh, no, it's not this one. Damn it. I think the intention is to go down here first. Push this boulder in. And that's too bad between floors you have to continuously use strength. It just doesn't stay consistent throughout the entire dungeon. That is fine. Just a minor inconvenience. Kind of like not having a dedicated fly Pokemon. Okay. So... There's actually quite a few ways to go. Okay, perfect. Get the water stone. And then we'll go this way. And we can't use the currents quite yet. Is there a way to get this one going? I don't think there is. And this one would get plopped down. Actually, would this one get plopped down? No, you can't plop that one down either. Interesting. Okay. Go down here then. So there's that pathway, and then this one down here. Alright, now we're at the point where I'm getting lost. But we've exercised a lot of the different route paths, so we should be okay. I think we did everything we can do with those ladders then. It's this one. Do I need to jump down here maybe? Yeah. So then we'll push this hole, or push this boulder through this hole. And it's like something I need to consider is that we also have to chase down after some of these boulders. I guess we'll jump down this one. We'll see what happens. No, that's just where we work, so we push this down. So let's just follow it, see what happens. Alright, so we clearly need another boulder at some point. I don't think I jumped down this one. Oh. That should have been obvious, that's what would happen there. Alright, let's use another repel. No, I shouldn't do that. This would be like the way to go if I did have all the rocks I needed. But we are still missing something. Because none of those rocks could be used down there. Maybe it's saved from the last time I was down here, because I feel like there were more rocks that I had to push around. And then that would just lead us to where we were. So let's go up here then. So we have that ladder. I feel like I've done everything then I can do in that direction. So then if we try this direction, we have down and up. Let's try down. That brings us here. And that's where the current thing is, so that wouldn't be it. It's like I would need to go up to drop down a rock below onto the floor that ladder that leads down leads to then push a rock through that right side. Which this looks promising. Yeah, because there's a hole right there. Is there a rock I can push through there? Well, I did push a rock down there. But I didn't check out the other side, I don't think. Because I went back to the first ladder. Oh. The help menu could potentially be helpful, but not here. Ah, there we go. Of course. I should have just gone to this ladder first. And I guess I could just follow this. That's fine. But this should be it. So that plops down. And then now the current should be stopped. Cool. Now, I believe both of these staircases lead to places I've been to, but this ladder here is what I need, I think. Or this just leads us to the exit. Wait, so then where's Articuno then? Oh, wait, no, because there's more to the area. Okay, never mind. Let me go back. Because even though we've stopped the current here, there's still the other parts of this room's currents. Which is where we would find the Articuno room, I'm pretty sure. I hope. Let me check the map here. I think we would want to go down. Yeah, because that's going to lead to the Articuno encounter right there. I think that's the island for it. Yeah, you can see him hanging out. Alright. Cool. We've slowly but surely figured this thing out. Alright. Articuno time. Of course, I will save. We'll probably have to paralyze again, because sadly, I don't think Venusaur can live in Articuno Blizzard, if it has Blizzard, or Ice Beam. I don't think it's going to have Ice Beam, but we'll see. Let's save. Actually, it might have Ice Beam, because Moltres had Flamethrower. So, whatever. Yeah, let's go for it. Oh, what a majestic beast this thing is. Alright, let's go with Light Screen. Of course, the agility spam begins already, which is completely fine. Because this thing's probably going to outspeed most of my team anyway. Then we'll go with T-Bolt, just to see how much damage this does. Alright, that's a pretty healthy amount. That's about a third, though. Mind Reader, interesting. And this takes it down to a final third, and we paralyze, which is nice. So if that takes it down to a third, then this should do a sixth of damage with Ice Beam, because it should just be neutral. Yeah. So we have pretty much everything we need to start throwing Ultra Balls at it. We have 64. And I'm hoping that's enough, but who knows? Oh man, imagine that, catching it on the first ball. Okay, it does have Ice Beam, okay. And we are frozen. Very nice 10% chance activating there. And man, that was with Light Screen up as well. Damn. Yeah, that's gonna be tough, Wigglytuff. We'll just kind of have to hopefully tank these hits. But do I have anything that resists Ice Beam? I guess Magneton. Of course, Ninetales. So we have some options, at least, to hopefully survive a few turns. And big ups to that paralysis. That was so nice. That Thunderbolt did that. So both of our 10% chances activated during this fight. Awesome. Oof. Man, that would have been awesome to get that. Shoot. So that's what, the fifth ball I threw at it? Or, I guess, yeah, fourth. Likes using Mind Reader a lot. It's kind of interesting. It's a very Gen 1 move. Oh, missed. So, is that the stats get ignored? Foe became shrouded in mist. I think that is, like, any stat buffs I've generated for myself become ignored thanks to mist. But I don't have anything that's been using stats boosting moves, unlike this Articuno that's been popping off with agility quite a bit. Yeah, I think Mist goes away after like 5 turns, like most other fields moves in battle, I guess. Like with our Light Screens and Reflex, actually. But alright, let's see. Yeah, so there you go. Mist does wear off. And now it's back. Hey, there we go. That was really fast. Hell yeah. Alright, let's see what Articuno's dex entry is. A legendary bird, or burb, as Gaz likes to say. Pokemon that is said to appear to doomed people who are lost in icy mountains. It's almost like a sign of death. It's very creepy. But yes, thank you, Gaz, for the GG. Alright, so that goes to box number 1. Hell yeah. Alright, that wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. I think just having a map kind of helped, seeing kind of the ladder locations and stuff. I still got a little lost, but ultimately we did good, I think. I suppose at this point I could just use Dig to get out of here, or any of our like 10 escape ropes, but we're fine. Surprisingly, no Nevermelt Ice found there, because that would be kind of nice to have with Articuno, but either way, we will move forward now. And actually, who do I have in the front? Wigglytuff still. Yeah, which, fantastic job by Wigglytuff. That was awesome to see. But yeah, I should switch out Wigglytuff. That's what I was intending to do here. Let's get Eric some more experience if we can. So, we have a pretty important... Oh, bird Pokemon. We have a pretty important battle coming up, because I think this will be the last thing I do on stream today. Is fight Giovanni, the final gym leader. And I could take on that Fearow with just a Giga Drain. I'm sure I'd knock it out after 4 or 5 of those, but I will just switch to make things a bit easier. It's interesting that there's a bit of a fall-off now with Venusaur's usage, to where I can't really use it as much as I'd like. A part of that is kind of my own fault, because of Giga Drain, where I splurged a bit too early, and I really just should have kept Razor Leaf on it. But I think against Giovanni and this gym, we will see Venusaur a bit more often. Damn nice Pidgeotto. Does anybody else need XP? No, it's just really just Venusaur to catch up. Of course, we do still have, I believe it was 14 rare candies. So we can use those before the Elite Four if we have to. Pick up Meowth, by the way, and pick up. See, that's another thing Owl had shown me the light to, is just how useful pickup can be in Ruby and Sapphire. And it's like that carries over to this game because of the limited pool of items that you can receive. And we'll fight this random swimmer. But yeah, getting those PP ups and all that type of stuff, as well as rare candies, was really nice from the Meowths. And actually, before we take on Giovanni, I do want to check out the stats of the Articuno that we caught. I'm just checking to see if there's anything on this island. It's like, it's very suspicious of them to not be putting items on these islands. It's very strange. Oh wow, this person actually swam here. Interesting. That's when the protagonist is like, wait, you can do that? That'd be nice sometimes, instead of always having to use a surf Pokemon in these games. Because So I do like to sometimes get a bit like creative with the surf Pokemon. Because like Nidoking is often my surf Pokemon that I use. And I think for Pez, he was using Dragonite, but I could be wrong. Alright, let's continue forward. Alright, we battled that woman, and yeah, I think that's all the trainers on that side of the route. Alright, so let's check on these stats for good old Articuno. Alright, and then we'll move. And let's see, alright, level 50 of course, and mild nature, which is, I want to say, like plus special attack minus defense? I think. Yeah, there's that ice beam. So yeah, again, not the worst nature, I'd say. Man, look at that. Look at that special defense, 135 right there. That's why I was able to tank the Thunderbolt so easily. But yeah, awesome. Now we have all 3 legendary birds. I know you can get the legendary roaming beasts from Johto in this game. And we'll just surf ahead. To Pallet Town, and kind of go from there. Did I heal up? I think I healed up. Let's see. Yeah, I did. Perfect. And we'll just go ahead and fight these trainers along the way. I think we'll be okay against Giovanni. Because even if he does have something super powerful, I don't think it would be anything super noteworthy, except for maybe a Nidoking, if it's like Rock and Earthquake or something. That could be pretty painful. And of course that Nidoqueen, if it has like Toxic or maybe Shadow Ball, I don't know. I guess we'll find out once we get there, but I don't think it's going to be too challenging. Man, Tentacle's a beast with special defense, man. Just taking those Giga Drain hits. But it can't really dish out much damage at this point. Yeah. Alright, so there's some more XP, and then of course Seadra. Okay, so with that... Oh yeah, we have these fishermen. I don't think I fought either of them, because I think there's 2 of them on these small islands. Yeah, so go figure, I was like, during the last stream, oh yeah, I'll fight these guys off screen. Then I'm just doing it now. It's like, I actually have the time for it, so may as well. So I'm thinking, during the next stream, whenever that ends up being, probably on Saturday, I would be able to complete the rest of the main game anyway. So we would just have Victory Road and the Elite Four left. And then with post-game stuff, I don't know if I'll do post-game stuff. I think that'll probably just be it for Fire Red and Leaf Green. Unless one day in the future we revisit it, and then people will just rejoin the stream and ask me about GTA some more. Mewtwo. Oh, actually, that's a good point, Gaz. I think the reason why I'm not thinking about Mewtwo so much is because I have the Master Ball for it. So I would just use the Master Ball. And so it's like there wouldn't be much to show off there, I guess. Oh man, this protect spam is going to be a bit detrimental. Okay, good, it failed. But I could do Mewtwo. Like, if we have time, which I think we would, for the stream on Saturday, then yeah. It's like there's no harm in that, I guess. And then also, like, with the rest of the Sevii Island stuff, I don't know, just kind of leave it up to how much time is left. Because I typically, with these streams, have been keeping it to about 3 hours. So I think that's a good point. That's a good amount of time to stream. Oh nice, we just defeated Claude Speed from GTA. There's a GTA connection. And we'll get in this guy's path to see if we can't get Venusaur some more XP. So we have a nice Seadra there. Hell yeah. Ah, we're out of PP. Damn it. Well, we'll get Magneton in there. And actually, that's something I need. I need the Thunderbolt TM. I can also teach Magneton Thunder and Rain Dance right now, but I think I'll hold off just to keep Tri-Attack around during these dungeons, as well as Spark, actually. Spark is pretty nice. Well, dungeons slash, like, routes, I guess. Because I don't want to make the same mistake I made with Venusaur. In giving it a really awesome move, but it doesn't have much PP on it. And, ooh, a double battle, nice. We'll take on this double battle. Let's move Magneton up front. And then Venusaur can just be like a disruptor type of Pokemon. Use like Sleep Powder or Leech Seed on them. So they only have 2 pokes. Seadra and Starmie, very nice. Some fantastic taste of Pokemon. Alright, let's use Sleep Powder on Starmie, because I don't have any more Giga Drain PP left. Ah, of course. Sleep Powder's been missing quite a bit during this stream. So when we tried catching Moltres, I think, Sleep Powder was missing like crazy. And against Zapdos too, because I think Venusaur... No, actually no, we got Sleep Powder off. I just didn't catch it when it was asleep. I caught it when it was paralyzed. But anyway, let's knock out this Starmie. And I think this should be like the last trainer before we get to Giovanni. Well, I guess we have the gym trainers too, but... Oh no, there's these 2 guys. So that's what I was thinking of. Let's just switch Magneton, or actually Wigglytuff to the front. Because actually Wigglytuff could be useful too against Giovanni, because of all the ground types. So Ice Beam spam would be really nice. But yeah, these 2 should be the last trainers now. Or actually, no, yesterday, I think that guy who's on the right side of the screen when we're back in the overworld, I think he's the one that had the 6 Magikarp. So we may have already fought him, funnily enough. Alright, so Seaking, Yeah, they keep spamming Sea Kings at me, so give these effort values to Banana. Alright, plopping down strength. Damn, Banana's close to level 48. Hell yeah.
You love to see it.
I also love to see those stats increasing. Oh my gosh. Definitely moistens the slacks whenever we see those stats increasing like that. +3s across the board. Except in special attack, which is fine. Yeah, okay, so that guy even said he only catches Magikarp. That slide dog. Yes, hot indeed, Gaz. Very much so. Oh, Tangela. Good old Tangela running around here. Oh, look at those eyes. Oh, that's awesome. Hell yeah. I don't really care much for Tangela or Tangrowth, but I respect it. Alright, so now we're back in Pallet Town. I wonder if Oak has anything for us, or if he's still like, you should be completing your decks, or whatever. And I can see you, has your decks coming along. Here, let me take a look. Zip. Alright, let's see, 125 Pokemon seen, 53 owned. Oak's rating, you suck. No, you finally topped, finally, huh? Topped 50 species. Getting one of my aids and EXP share. Be sure to go get it. Oh, that's actually pretty cool. He tells you the next, like, item that's available. Yeah, I'm surprised I actually haven't made that joke yet, guys. Because there have been quite a few boulders that we've been pushing around and stuff. That have been next to each other. Kind of like in Spyro 3 and Bentley's Outpost. Oh. This, level 2 Pidgey, like, brings me back to the start of our journey, to the start of our adventure. I actually always liked this about, Fire Red and Leaf Green and Gen 1 in general. Where you have to go back through... I mean, you don't have to, because you can fly, but, you know, the game makes it easy to go back through Kanto to get to Viridian City. So it's like you get to have those memories flash back as you're heading towards the gym/Pokemon Center here. So with that, Venusaur is not in the front, so let's get him going. Ninetales now is my lowest level poke, but that's fine, because I know Ninetales could catch up pretty easily. So I'm not too nervy there. But let's talk to this old guy. Viridian Gym's leader returns. Yes. Because earlier in the game he says that no one's seen him around lately or something. Ah, yes. So, yo champ in the making. Even I don't know the Viridian leader's identity. Oh, interesting. One thing's certain, this will be the toughest of all the gym leaders. Also, I heard that the trainers here like ground-type Pokemon. Interesting. So I'm also going to have Wigglytuff on standby. And Bananas there, too. Like, this really should not be a problematic gym. But I'll save anyway. As we have that taken care of. It's a lot of different ways to go here. I guess we'll go left first. Battle this guy. As they have Tamer Cole. Interesting. I wonder if he likes mayonnaise. There's an inside reference there. Alright, so Arbok. Yeah, we'll get Sandslash going. So that's another Pokemon, too. Because it's not just ground types here, it's also poison types. as we'll likely get poisoned from this acid here. Okay. Thankfully not. This Arbok is going all out, trying to get us inflicted with some kind of status. This sick freak. Right. Ooh, Tauros. That's not a ground or poison type. Oh, that's an awesome Pokemon, though. I like that. Yeah, we'll just keep Sand Slash out. Damn, look at that sprite. Oh, it has Intimidate, too. Nice. Tauros is an awesome poke. I actually really liked using Tauros in Scarlet and Violet. I had the Water Tauros, which took a bit of grinding to find an Adamant one. So that's what I ended up settling on, since Synchronize doesn't work in that game, unfortunately, like outside of battle. So yeah, it took a little while to find that thing, but when I did, I was very pleased. Because you have to do something special. I think it has something to do with knocking out Pokemon, but I'm not entirely sure. It's like you knock out Tauros and then eventually, like... Well, no, that doesn't make any sense. I think it's just pure luck whether or not you get a little herd of 5 Tauros with one in the middle that has the Water Tauros. Anyway, let's get Banana in here. But yeah, it's an awesome Pokemon. Vital Throw with that gross noise. Oh, Revenge, that might do some damage. Yeah. Yeah, 27. And also, Machoke, not a ground or poison type. I see those 3 trainers in the center of the room. I'm tempted to fight them, even though they don't lead to anything. So it's kind of weird that they're just hanging out there. But they would be some nice experience for good old Venusaur and co. Alright, another Sand Slash. That is welcome. Ooh, a Rhyhorn. I believe Giovanni had one of these. So maybe it's a Rhydon now. Ooh. That would be interesting, but still no match for any of our Pokemon. I think even Gyarados could probably one-shot it with Surf. There we are, level 47. You'll love to see it. Oof. Lovely. Ooh, with a Nidorino. Yeah, we'll swap out for that. Actually, we could send out Gyarados right now. Because I actually have a lot of faith in Wigglytuff, even if it falls behind a little bit in levels. Having the versatility of Ice Beam and Thunderbolt is really, really nice. But my main thing is I don't want to physically contact the Nidorino, because it can poison me with poison points. Oh, what the hell? Super Potion? We've seen another gym trainer do that too. I forget exactly which gym it was, but somebody else in one of the gyms used some kind of restorative item. May have just been a full heal. Wow, Nidoking. Oh my gosh. Yeah, we'll keep Gyarados out. God, I love Nidoking. It has a really cool card I actually owned as a kid in the Fire Red and Leaf Green TCG set, where it's like charging towards the viewer or charging towards the camera, I guess, or whatever you'd want to say. But it's very cool. And I had it in like that reverse hollow form, and damn, it's pretty tricky by this gym doing that. Yeah, well, actually, you know what? Let's get Sand Slash in there. Let's kind of see what happens. But the reverse hollows from the Fire Red and Leaf Green sets have not only a hollow pattern in the picture, but also a holographic Pokeball. Oh, I love the Sand Slash versus Sand Slash. But a holographic Pokeball over or under the text of the card, where the attacks are and stuff. And like within that, you can see miniature energy symbols, like for all the different energy types. It's a really, really cool concept. And is very nostalgic for me. Graveler, huh? That sounds good for Eric, but let's see how much Giga Drain PP we have. We have 5, that's good. Yeah. We'll send Venusaur back out. And oh man, this guy has tons of pokes. And of course, Onyx. Nothing we can't handle. Alright, and Graveler. It's not the most exciting thing to commentate or probably watch, but it's a necessary evil, I think, in preparation for the Elite Four. So I've actually forgotten how many levels certain pokes are in the Elite Four, like on Lance's team and Pez's team. Alright. Oh, we ran out of gas. Alright, this black belt trainer should go down with Sand Slash. Level 40 Machop, oh my gosh. It's almost like having a level 40 Caterpie or Weedle at this point. It's like there's some very stingy trainers in these Pokemon games. Damn, Submission. I forgot about the recoil damage from Submission. And there goes Machop. There goes Sand Slash, level 48. We'd love to see it. And we get a nice Machoke Me Daddy, yes. And then Brick Break should be able to clear the rest of this hit point out. Or the rest of these hit points out. And there's one more guy here, who actually looks like a Pokemart, like shopkeeper type person. Oh, this person makes music apparently. What is he? Oh, okay, that's just, oh, that's the sprite for the Tamers. Okay, well that makes sense. I wonder if Brick Break will knock this thing out, because Rhyhorn does have decent defense. Yeah. Rock Blast. Oh, that was a crit. Well. as it throws its poop at me, apparently. It's like I didn't want to use Dig just in case this thing had Earthquake. Because you never know, to be honest. Okay, so with that taken care of, we can sneak back here. Should probably swap out Sand Slash at this point. Let's get Banana back. And we should have probably 2 more trainers after this. I'd imagine the bulk of this gym's trainers come from that center area. Alright, so there goes that. And then another Marowak. Cool. It's like I've never used a Marowak before, but I have used a Cubone in Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, which has been a lot of fun to use. Because, like, Bone Meringue is a really great move in that game. It's too bad it's not as good in this game. But Nidorina, let's see. It's like really nothing would benefit greatly from that. Let's just keep Banana out. Well, let's not overthink it too much, but... yeah, that's actually a pretty fun game. I would even consider streaming Pokemon Mystery Dungeon DX on my Switch. So that game is great. Oh, Hyper Potion, man, these guys just go all out. Oh my gosh. But yeah, wouldn't mind using a Cubone again. Probably pair it with a Torchic. Alright, and then Nidoqueen. Damn, tanking the Surf like a champ. Please no Paralyze. Okay, good. I always get nervous with those body slams. Alright, so this should push us to level 49. Yep, there we go. Very nice stat boosts. And I think at 50 is when we get Dragon Dance. The infamous Dragon Dance that will lead us to victory, I'm sure. I hope. That would be great. But I see Giovanni in the corner there, so yeah, after this guy I will heal up, and then we will fight Giovanni, and hopefully win, and then end the stream. So let's use Strength on this Machoke. It's like, I'm sure we will win. Like, our Pokemon are stacked at the moment. I think in Heart Gold and Soul Silver, the gym at this point is a lot more challenging. Because Giovanni isn't the gym leader in Heart Gold and Soul Silver / Gen 2. Our rival from this game is. And his team is much more diverse than Giovanni's. It's like, yeah, these poison and ground types that Giovanni has are nothing we haven't seen before. Alright, takes care of him. And so let's get a better look at this. Okay, I think I understand the pattern for when we come back in, because everybody's position is going to reset. There we go. I keep missing the door. That's been happening a bit too. Where I miss the door to the Pokemon Center. Alright, perfect. Alright, and who am I leading with? I think, yeah, Gyarados is out. Let's lead with let's lead with Eric. I think that is best. And then we'll just kind of go from there and react as things unfold. So I think this fighter is open. Yeah. You don't actually have to do any of the push panels at any point when you re-enter the gym and fight all the trainers, and have already fought the trainers. Yes, exactly. Our Venusaur named after husband Eric. Alright, so here we go. Here's Giovanni.
Welcome to my hideout.
Alright, I won't read. In that voice, of course. And there we go.
Ha, that was a truly intense fight. You have won.
Yeah. Well, at least for a career criminal mastermind, Giovanni's very honorable and still gives us a badge for our victory. So, I definitely was overplaying there, because my thought process was that Nidoqueen and Nidoking are fully evolved Pokemon, so they're going to be a bit tough to take out in one shot. And if they do land a hit on me, it could be very, very detrimental to making any kind of worthwhile progress. I don't know. I just thought it would be a good idea to use Sleep Powder and Leech Seed there. But it paid off. Now, I believe Giovanni disappears after this. So I'm going back into the gym. And thank you, Al, for the fine work, and Gaz for the GG. Oh no, he stays there. Interesting. I thought he disappears. Interesting, because you can use an item finder where he ends up disappearing, and you get an item. I don't remember what the item is, but there's something to be had there. But anyway, we have the Earthquake TM, which it would make logical sense to teach it to Sandslash, because it is a ground type. But I really want to teach it to Banana, the Gyarados, because Gyarados would thrive so much by having that. It would knock out so many things in one hit, and it would finally reach its full potential as a Pokemon. Because up to this point, I mean, we've been using a lot of special attacks with its less than noteworthy special attack stat, and we've been having a lot of success, because these games really aren't that difficult, but, you know, for the sake of, you know, really diving into things, it would be great if we had a good physical move on this thing besides strength, especially with Dragon Dance on the horizon in our move pool learn set. That should be coming up at either 50 or 55. I don't remember. So, I'll think about it, but I'm pretty sure we're going to be teaching Earthquake in place of Bite, and then Dragon Dance in place of Rain Dance. And I don't know if I'll keep Surf for the Elite Four. I think I might get rid of Surf and teach Ice Beam temporarily to Gyarados. And then for Sandslash, this poor thing has Rock Smash on it. I'm getting rid of that. I'll probably teach Aerial Ace for the sake of teaching Aerial Ace to something, because it's really a good move. Wigglytuff will still have its same moves. Magneton, I'll be teaching Rain Dance and Thunder to. Ninetales, that moveset is fine. And then Venusaur, I'm pretty much committed to Venusaur's set at this point with Giga Drain, Leech Seed, Sleep Powder, and Growth. I think that's fine. I won't go with the Solar Beam and Sunny Day combo. It would be awesome too, but I think this is probably for the best what we have going on here. But the reason why I'm even talking about this, because why, you know, we don't need to know about what will happen, we'll see it happen. Well, you probably won't see it happen, because I'll be training off screen and just kind of cleaning some things up with with the team and getting everybody on the same level and stuff, because Ninetales is falling behind. So that would be some off-stream type of stuff. So I think I'll get everybody up to level 50, and then go from there through Victory Road and through the Elite Four. I might train them up a bit higher, maybe 52. I'll look up and see what Lance and our rival Pez's team levels are. But so that's my plan of action off stream. I'd say that wraps up this stream, as I will save my game so I don't forget to do that. But this has been a very productive stream. We caught the legendary birds here in Kanto. We got a timid Zapdos, which is amazing. I mean, my pants are ruined now after seeing that. And actually, I'll do some IV calculation off screen too for that, to see what its IVs are, just out of curiosity. But yeah, we did that. We did the Sevii Island stuff, and then we defeated Giovanni. And so yes, thank you, Gaz. I hope you all enjoyed the stream, whoever is still watching up to this point. Because, let's see, here on TikTok, I wasn't too active on TikTok today. We did get a new follower and a few likes, so that is still very nice to see. And of course on YouTube, I was joined by Al and Gaz in the chat for the most part, with some nice comments here and there. So yeah, overall, fantastic stuff, and I'd like to thank you guys for watching, and anybody else watching, in case people watch on the VOD. So with that, that takes care of business. So, until my next stream, I will see you next time.